Welcome back to Quarantine Cooking with Vince. Popeye the Sailor really didn't enjoy his spinach. Let's do spinach right with spinach ravioli. For this, you're gonna need eggs, spinach, more spinach, garlic, goat cheese, salt, pepper, olive oil, but at this point, you should know that's in everything. And for this one, I'm using Fancy Boy flour, but you can also use whatever flour you got. In a pot, get some olive oil, some garlic, and an absolute grip of your spinach. We're gonna wilt this down. A lid and some water helps. Work in batches of spinach and take your time. We wanna get this nice and wilty. This looks perfect. I'm gonna get this into a colander to drain now. Leave your wilted spinach in a colander until it's cool enough to touch with your hands. Oh, shit, that's hot. Now that your spinach is cool, go ahead and work handful at a time and squeeze it as hard as you can. Just squeeze it like it owes you money. You could also wrap this in a clean towel and twist it out, but this is just as easy and is a good forearm workout. Now that you've taken your anger issues out on your spinach, divide it into thirds. We're going to use 2/3 for the filling and 1/3 for the pasta. In your food processor, put in 2/3 cup of flour, a pinch of salt, and a good handful of your spinach. Then whiz this up. Add a little olive oil and an egg. Mix it up again. Add more flour if you need to until you get a nice dough. Just like with my other pasta recipe, you're going to cover this and leave it out at room temperature for about half hour. Clean your food processor and let's make our filling. In goes the rest of our spinach. In goes your vampire's bane. Salt. Salt, 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 salt. Pepper. Goat cheese. A little bit of Parmesan because I can. Give it a mix. Taste your filling and adjust for seasoning. If you want this to be extra decadent, add an egg yolk. You know what's hard? Transitions. Roll out your rested little doughboy. Get your dough as thin as you can. The more rectangular you keep it, the more uniform your ravioli are going to be. But really, if you're making pasta for someone, they should be happy with what they get. Cut your pasta in whatever shape you want your ravioli to be. I like these long boys. Take whichever sheet's going to be your top and give it a little extra roll. We want it to be a little bit thinner. Working one at a time, fill your pasta. Take a little dab of water and run it around the outside of your bottom piece. Put your top on your ravioli and press down along the watered edge. And using a fork, go ahead and crimp the edges to give it that nice ravioli texture. I'm a fan of these huge raviolis because life is too short for small pasta. Let these dry on a wire rack for as long as you can. The longer they air dry, the better they'll be. Now hunker down and make the rest of your ravioli. And here are my lovely ravioli, ready to be cooked and sauced simply. Some people might say that I overstuff my ravioli, and I think those people are cowards. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, but the valiant taste death but once. Unless it's pasta, then you can have it a few times. I'll serve mine with a fried sage and brown butter sauce. Very nice, very light, and tasty. So live every day like it's pasta day. Get out there and make this.